Hey guys, welcome again to Passion for Purpose. My name is V. Fournier, the founder of Tribe Unity, and it is my great, I'm just ecstatic to have JD Bailey here, which is the founder of Open Canvas.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, yo, thank you for having me. Last night we actually, he had a panel for
We
hip.
had a panel though. You
Hip-hop.
were there, we were together, we did.
I was on the panel. I haven't been on a panel in a while because I've been so focused on kind of making the business part of it. So it's really awesome to be there and sit next to Jay from Indie Boom and 60 East, who's a traveling artist.
Internationally doing his thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Great people.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's what I love about your movement. By the way, guys, JD, like I said, he is the founder of Open Canvas. You guys have been around for how long now?
We're 3 years for sure, and then going into our fourth. So
Okay.
that first year, you're figuring things out.
No, I get it. I think we're always going to be figuring things out. That's just what the business is about. So you guys have been around for so long, but every time I come to your events, it's just so raw. And the people there is just so passionate and inspirational and just really awesome artistic people. Yeah, so that was really fun last night. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
What was the venue again? We should shout them out because they were really awesome.
Shout out to Peace of Mind in Compton. So it's like a community center venue. They have a lot of different events there. It's actually been a school before, but it's the guy Kanai, he's a good friend of mine, and he basically grew up there. And he's like, yeah, it's a venue, we could use it here. I met him at another show before, and we came up with this concept. Like Hip Hop Appreciation Week happens the third week of every May. And then we've worked with Temple of Hip Hop in the past, Zulu Nation in the past, and they don't really celebrate it too much on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, even if they're not involved, we still want to push hip hop. So we had the Hip Hop Appreciation Week panel. That's why you came out, we spread some knowledge, had the open mic, and then some features. So just turned out to be a good time.
It was amazing. So let's kind of get into what is Open Canvas? What makes you different from other movements, and what is it about?
So our whole thing is basically we're a platform of resources for artists. So those resources, a lot of the times, they're the events that we put together. Within those events, we partner with different people. Like last night, we were partnering with the venue, Kanai. We're partnering with people like you on the panel. And basically what we do is we create a concept, and then we have that consistently. So we have a few different monthlies that range from San Diego to Los Angeles. Now this is becoming a monthly in Compton that we started last night, Northridge as well. And our whole thing is on the ground level as an up-and-coming artist. People get kind of, taken advantage of at the very beginning. And that's why we started, to stay away from pay-to-plays, to make sure that things are moving in more of an ethical manner, because a lot of artists are super dope and don't get that platform. So that's how we're setting up our different events. Bring people together, set it up consistently, and now our whole goal is to tour it. So as we're doing these smaller events, growing them to be bigger, we're going to new areas. That's our whole thing this summer.
Yeah, so is it mostly hip hop though?
A lot of it's hip hop. I think that's just because I'm a hip hop fan. So it's like you surround yourself with people that are like-minded. So I'm around a lot of hip hop. But we have acoustic. We have some actually art, like live art, painters, things like that, live bands. We worked with a rock band in Oakland last week. We had a show out there. It's called The Unlikely Heroes. So shout out to them.
Love it.
But yeah, just all different types of genres. Our whole thing is we provide that platform within the events. Then those events have certain concepts, and that's the theme that we kind of bring the people together based out of. And from there, keep the consistency, move it, go to the next place, and now we're trying to tour. So
that is so awesome.
Yeah.
So this show is actually called Passion for Purpose. So I want to kind of dive into that because what I love about you is you've always been so passionate and always on the grind for these artists that you're working with. And you do whatever it takes in order to give them that platform. So let's kind of dive into that. Okay. How did you get into doing Open Canvas?
So it was crazy. Before Open Canvas had a name or a company or anything, it was this conversation. And it was with me and a bunch of friends and creatives that we kept having similar conversations like, yo, these opportunities suck, or like these opportunities cost so much and they're dope though. And it was me, a videographer, a painter, a couple other people that just enjoy that world. We just sat down, we're like, all right, we're gonna do something about it.
Right.
That sprouted into Open Canvas, and it's kind of like the name, every artist needs their canvas. We're open to different aspects, and events is how we bring those aspects together. And now after the event, we want to connect them to people like you, places like this, places like Peace of Mind in Compton. So it's just like, we're that platform, you come together and then you get your next move.
Yeah.
And then now we're trying to take that to tour across the country and then hopefully bigger from there. But it's just at the end of the day, there's a lot of passionate people just like you and I. There's a lot of dope talent that's out there. And at the moment, the status quo is a lot of them are getting taken advantage of. So we're trying to kind of be that force to push the positivity, to push those concepts, those things, to surround ourselves with more dope people.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you start kind of like putting on your first event? So this is kind of like advice for people that want to start their events, because Open Canvas started off of obviously putting on these events. So how'd you go about your first event?
It's crazy. I remember this to a T. So like my background, I've always been interested in like going out. So I was a promoter at a time. I set up events for my fraternity. So I had that experience at the very least. Like I've done events. Then we came with the idea. I got my business cards the day before, and I met somebody at my job. I used to sell cars, and just gave her the pitch. You know, I gave her the elevator pitch. Shout out to Sarah O'Leah. She was like the first spark of inspiration.
Oh shit!
She found us a venue to do a fundraiser at. So we're like, a fundraiser for your venue, and then we partnered on that. We basically did like a open mic type of showcase. It was a dance competition, but it was open to whoever we would contact, and we started from there. And then from that, you know, we did it. We got to practice the first one. I wouldn't even say practice. It was an actual event. But that's how it started. Yeah, we did a fundraiser for a venue that was new. Then we brought some people together. From that, they enjoyed the vibes, the energy. We're all building together because we're all starting.
Right.
And then since then, like, I don't think we've taken a month off. Like, that was 2015, and we've had, like, at least monthly events now, you know? Because once you get that itch, you keep going, you know? So. Yeah,
no, definitely. I mean, I've been watching. You guys have a lot of events going on, which is really, really awesome. And you can tell, I mean, it really is kind of like a family that's there. That's how I felt anyways, the people that I was able to talk to yesterday, which is so amazing.
Some people from a while back, like 2-3 years ago, Jay and Indie Power and everybody.
Okay, so I just want to touch upon that really quick, like how small the industry is and how small the world is. Right. Like, I had no idea. To the left and right of me on the panel was literally, left was Jay from Indie Boom, Indie Power, who I actually built a tribe for one of his conferences. And then to my right was a manager who actually stayed at the Tribe Unity Villages back in the day. So it was crazy to actually see them. I didn't know they were going to be on the panel. But yeah, small world. And what I love about this is no matter what, you and I kind of just always kept in contact. Right. So let's kind of talk about that. Like, I'm sure that this happens a lot with you. You meet some people, you work with them, and then kind of time goes by before you see them again.
It's just like you have a focus on what you want to do. You know, you find your passion, you do everything to fulfill your passion, and then the people that come in and out of it, it's based off of their purpose. And when they align, you come together. Like, I feel like it aligned yesterday, because even we were talking about working together, and then you hit me and you're like, oh, I see this event. I'm like, how do I not hit you about this? And it worked out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it totally did.
Yeah, so it's just kind of that whole thing. People will come and go, but as long as you find your passion, you know what that is, and you see a vision of where you want to see yourself, people will come and go to support that, you know what I mean? And mostly they come because you meet new people every day. It's like the 6 degrees of separation.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, really, this is a shout out to people that, hey, like JD and I, although I will say, though, JD actually performs very well. In fact, oh my gosh, you get to perform. Definitely something, because, oh my gosh, I loved it so much. Okay. But before we get there, I should have had you perform first. See what happens when we're on live.
We can edit it. It's going to be like it's all
There's no editing.
Again.
We are raw. We are authentic.
Okay.
And this is just what it is. We just started the show, so and we can do better next time.
As long as there's a next time, it's cool.
There's always going to be a next time. Right? We get to have fun like this, definitely. But yeah, so let's kind of get into that. But I wanted to kind of shout out, this is kind of the show for people that, you know, want to get involved in the entertainment industry or the creative industry, but is not necessarily into being in front of the scenes. Like, I love being behind the scenes, and JD's really good at being behind the scenes too. Right. But you're also able to be up front. So kind of, how about you tell me the difference for you between, you know, being the behind the scenes person running everything to like being the artist that's in front of the stage?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like, I haven't been an artist like until recently, because I would always write, like, you know, poetry is like healing. So sometimes you'll write, and then it's just you're getting stuff out, and it's fun, you know? But then I took a poetry class for school, and then one of the extra credits was like, you have to perform your stuff at other places. And I was just starting Open Canvas around that time. We're like in our first 6 months or whatever. And I noticed, like, when I would perform, no matter how good or bad I did, they would like I'll get a better response from it. Because now I'm an artist, and I'll go to events where I would just be there to network, and go to events where I'm at an open mic performing and networking. And everybody that kind of drew into my circle all came from those open mics. When I went to just network as a background person, it wasn't as much substance as needed to like actually draw that connection. So that's why I started performing more. I kept writing, I still write now, and it's just, I noticed as an artist, when you're there up front, it's honestly, it's better marketing too. It's just like now I'm talking to everybody, the whole room, and then I have poetry that I write, and it kind of talks about my company. So it's like I'm getting a plug, and I get to perform, and now everybody sees me. Yeah. So it's not only healing now, but it's also strategy, and it's just like, if I can keep doing that, it'll be cool. We can move on. We can get to the tours. You can build it out because the whole thing is impact. I want to make impact, whether it's through my words, through my poetry, through business, through actions, so more impact the better.
Okay, so I think this is a great segue to just go ahead and let you do the vote. Because I mean, really, my next part would have just been like, talking more about how you live your passion for purpose. But honestly, your poem about Open Canvas kind of says that. Yeah. So please give it up for JD handling his stuff right now.
Cool. All right. I'll do the one I did last night. That's cool?
Yeah, hell yeah. That's awesome.
Dope. Okay. Excuse me. Cussing okay? No cussing? Yeah. Okay, cool. Shit. What the fuck just happened? I thought I really had it hashed out. School, work, career, but still I end up assed out. Passed up on hollow money from Revelations. Now I'm chasing meaning, pockets needing restoration. They say patience is a virtue, but I always hated waiting, hated hesitation, debating the application of my education. But I move forward, prescribing a new reality, consistency with effort, making change in my mentality. So now I'm happily, actively chasing dreams that kept passing me. Use rhetoric as a tool, installing truth-breaking fallacies. Implications of an egocentric mind are merely fiction. I support a change of culture. Business is just my rendition of a better way. Stay up late reporting my ambition. It's written I came to create a path and act a mission. This vision I have is inspired by deeper meaning, expressing lessons we get from the artists, but instead they feeding the screaming, whining, and jumping. They out here calling it hip-hop. How many more hoes, clothes, and liquor can make that shit stop? So we pissed off, and that's why we created Open Canvas. Where real music is the limelight and real poetry they stanzas. Put your hands up if you believe in truth within our music. Open Canvas, where your dreams paint your future. Now we on campus. Thank you.
So in the poetry world, I learned that you
get the snaps going. The aya.
You see what I'm saying, though? I mean, like, you really see the passion and the purpose within that poem. So thank you so much for sharing that.
I appreciate you letting me share.
So I know you got a lot of events. We talked about that. How can they get involved with Open Canvas? How can they hit your stages?
Man, just contact us. Everything's at Open Canvas, and Canvas is with a K. So OPENKANVAS. That's on Instagram, Facebook. Our website's opencanvas.com. So just reaching out is the first thing. As far as for our events, like we have a lot of different monthlies from San Diego, Los Angeles, Northridge, and everything. A few of them, I mean, just, the very last Thursday, we're in Northridge. The last Sunday, we're in San Diego. The last Wednesday, we're in San Diego. So those are 3 consistent ones. Then the second Friday, we're in Mission Hills. And from there, that's why I say reach out. Because there's something for everybody. It's just a matter of which one.
Sure. So we'll definitely make sure that his events are on a Tribe Unity's calendar, as well as obviously check it out on Open Canvas, because I'm sure he'll have events on there that we won't necessarily post. We got to figure out this calendar thing because you got a lot of events.
We'll just put it together. I think we should have like a master calendar like we were talking about, and then it's just like either Tribe Unity or Open Canvas. You'll find some place to go.
Exactly.
We're all pushing the same thing.
Whenever you feel inspired, come through. Definitely.
Exactly.
Okay, so before I end this, I want to go ahead and kind of discuss a breakthrough. Because I believe that you are a mastermind, and to me what a mastermind is somebody that mastered their mind, and you're able to wear different hats and inspire others to living their dreams, their passion for purpose. So a great way to actually inspire others is to talk about our own experiences and how we go through breakthroughs, or how we go through our breakdowns to create breakthroughs, right? So what is your latest breakthrough?
Oh, that's a great question. Okay. I feel like my latest breakthrough is like, I had a couple situations recently, and it's, when you go through personal things versus business things, you try to make sure that the personal doesn't affect the business, but obviously as a person it does. So when you're going through personal things, you find out like you try to figure out why did you go through that. And then when you actually get through it, you look back, you figure out why. So I mean, like I had like a situation, and I realized like a lot of things are out of my control, and then I just kind of like I left it to God, and then just things started hitting. To be honest, so that's like I can't even explain it, but at the same time, you stop relying on yourself for things, and then whatever belief system people have, you know what I mean, just you realize you can't believe in only yourself.
Right.
There's something bigger that's orchestrating it, and that's why things happen without us knowing how it happens. So I feel like that's what it was. Like I had a few different situations I couldn't explain, and I'm just like, wow, okay, I made it through. Like, and then I got past that, and it's like, all right, everything's easier now because that was crazy.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's my breakthrough. Without going into details and the long stories, just like you go through things, and when it's tough, but then once you get past it, look back and realize like it's not just on you.
Right.
There's people around you that's helping you out, and there's people that believe in what you're doing and why you're doing it, or else we wouldn't be doing what we're doing now.
Yeah.
We'd be working jobs and we wouldn't be talking, and it's like
Yeah.
people who are watching this for a reason, so like keep doing what you're doing, so
Definitely.
you'll get that breakthrough wherever that is,
Yeah.
without even details,
Awesome. I love it.
Cool.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on Passion for Purpose. We are actually going to have Mr. JD and Open Canvas start a weekly show here at the Tribunity channel, which I'm super excited about because you're going to be bringing some of your dope artists and
hell yeah
spitting that knowledge.
can't wait. I'm like
Definitely. So we're going to go ahead and start that next week, actually. So we will give you the dates and times for that. Please stay tuned. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. My name is V Fournier, and I'll see you guys next time.